Welcome to the Saving Dough Show with the two T's, Trent and Travis. How are you doing today, Travis?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you, Trent?
That's good. How's your holiday season going?
Well, very well. I totaled the car. Wife left me, yeah, so.
Yeah, that's rough. Definitely the in-laws' fault, though, right? I mean, it is the holiday season. But since it is the holiday season, we got to talk about saving some dough here. We got Christmas coming up, so we got to save some money. One great tip is to budget a lot. Make sure you save your money, use that paycheck efficiently, because if you don't, you can't afford that Christmas tree.
There is definitely some truth in that statement, because I am currently homeless right now, because I haven't saved any of my money.
Yeah,
So.
that is rough. That's always a perk of saving money. You won't be homeless like the other T here. But that's okay, because you can still make money. If you budget your food right, that's another big tip. Save that money on food, buy a lot of rice, buy a lot of beans. Good way to budget.
Yeah, that way you won't have to steal any.
Yeah, that's always a bonus, not going to jail. Well, after these great set of questions that I asked Travis, I think it's time we ask a more mature person. And we're going to go interview the leader of the Athens Drive Band, Doc.
So, what do you do to save money, especially around now with Christmas coming up and everything?
Well, I take a look at the expenses I have every month, and I kind of go through them pretty quickly and decide, is something not necessary? Can I cut back here, there, just a little bit? A lot of times, if you just trim from a couple things, pennies add up quickly. And so that's usually when it's time for me to start saving. I just kind of go through each thing I do, whether it be groceries or, cell phone usage and everything, and just take a look at some things where maybe I can cut back a little bit here and there, and how many times we go out to eat or etc. And just trim a little bit, make sure we don't have too many fat on that thing. So that's the best way I could describe to you what I do. It doesn't happen often, but once in a while you have to take stock of where you are and just say, well, is this really that necessary? And like I just cut back on our like we have a bundle with our internet and TV and phone and stuff, and I called them and said, is there a better deal? Can I get a better? And sure enough, they're like, oh yeah, well we have this promotional thing going on, and before you know it, I saved a couple decent amount of money every month for at least 12 months. And so sometimes you just have to ask the questions. We're all so busy we don't ask, but sometimes you got to look at it and go, okay, what can I do? Is this really necessary? So hopefully that'll help you. What else? Anything else? Is that?
No, that's about it.
Okay, well, it's money. You don't want to look at. You don't have to. Money's funny. You don't want to dwell on it, but once in a while you have to seriously look at it because it's an enabling thing. It kind of enables you to do certain things. So you have to go, okay, let's see. Let's take a look at it. Usually the answers aren't that difficult. You just have to say, well, if you want something, you just have to say, okay, that's fine, but I'm going to have to cut back on some couple of things. So, all right.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for kids our age?
Well, I guess the stock answer would be put some money aside right now when you're young, and that's great. But sometimes it's hard to do when you're living paycheck to paycheck and stuff like that. I think my biggest advice would be the same advice that my dad gave me: is try to live within your means as best you can. Try to be very careful in putting too many things on, like credit cards and things like that could actually trap you down the road. Ask yourself, do I really, really need that right now? Can I just wait a little bit? That's where some of the traps come into being. And, that would be my biggest advice. Just try to live within what you can do and just let it kind of come to you so you don't get too bamboozled down the road.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Hope that helped you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was a pretty great interview from Doc. A lot of great stuff from him. Very mature stuff, though. A lot of stuff about interest rates, banks. What do you think, Travis? What do you think about his advice?
I think it was very applicable to the real world. A lot of stuff in classrooms they don't prepare you well enough, but that was real first-hand knowledge, and it was very enlightening, I think.
I think it was very interesting, the dynamic that he talked about between, having a lucrative job and having an enjoyable job, really. There's a lot of people out there who go into a workforce just looking for the paycheck, just chasing that, but they end up becoming very unhappy. What's your opinion on that, Travis?
Yeah, I mean, do what makes you happy, but also, I mean, you should at
Don't
least
starve.
a little bit consider
Yeah.
the pay, but more so if you enjoy it or not, you know. So just don't do any work for free, or else you won't get any money.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have
It's called
for
slavery.
the Saving Dough show with 2 T's. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.